Okay, so with all this going on, we are starting to see some movement on breaking down the corruption. MJ Chu says, bam, let the mass arrests begin. Thanks to newly established White House fraud task force, which has been in effect for like a week. FBI arrested a married couple in Los Angeles for defrauding Medicare of $16 million. They admitted people who were not qualified for hospice billed the government $30,000 per patient while they forged medical records. 80% of adults admitted in a hospice due within the first few weeks. Operation saw a staggering 97% survival rate after 8 months. This is crazy. This is actually much bigger. This is just a small example. But they're finding that the hospice, so I saw the crazy stat. It was like 60% of all hospice money was being sent to Los Angeles for the nation. Something insane like that. I might be off on those numbers, but it's something crazy. There was another huge bust this morning. And then here's FA Attorney Bill S.A. In coordination with Task Force to Eliminate Fraud, federal law enforcement executed several arrests and search warrants in the Los Angeles area this morning targeting hospice and healthcare fraud. Operation Never Say Die involves 11 defendants who engaged in fraud totaling more than $50 million. Press conference with more details coming. So, guys, it's happening. This is just the beginning. They're going after the low-hanging fruit to start, but as we know, that builds its way up. You know, it's like when they were trying to take out the gangs in New York and Chicago and, you know, the mafia, that you start with the low hanging fruit. You catch them. They maybe make a plea deal, go into witness protection, and you move up to the next one and you move up to the next one. It's a process. But with all the fraud they've been finding, which I believe was DOGE's job, you know, so many people are like, DOGE failed, guys. DOGE completely failed. They didn't get everything cut. No, they didn't fail. Congress failed. And guess what? Congress was always going to fail. They were always going to, because even the Republicans are still 60, 70% uniparty rhinos. Okay. We haven't weeded them out yet. The Senate takes a long time because the Senate is every 6 years. They rotate. Every 2 years, only a third of them go out. Well, that takes time to clean house. Meanwhile, the House is a lot easier. Every 2 years, they all go up for re-election. So the House, you know, the House is like pretty MAGA. It's like 60, 70%. As long as if they sense weakness from Trump, they will make it harder on him. I guarantee it. But DOGE came in, and what DOGE did is it caught everybody. It got the records. It found out where all the fraud was, and over time, it took time to weed it out and get the ball moving. But I really believe, and so do several others, that Nick Shirley was tipped off by the FBI or somebody at the DOJ to go looking at this stuff and make it go viral. And by doing that, he started exposing things, and now the people are waking up. See, the Trump administration is really smart. They know that everything going on in the world is so, or especially in our country, is so beyond the pale for the regular people to understand. They just are like, no way that would happen, bro. So if you just start arresting people out of nowhere, people are going to freak out. They're really going to think Trump's a dictator. But if you start exposing it early, if you keep making big stories out of it and people are like, whoa, did you see this on my feed? That spreads, and then you make the arrests happen. See, it's all an operation. Everything Trump does is an operation, and he's patient, unlike so many others. It takes time to do it right, and Trump does it right. He does it in a way where the people will mostly accept it, or at least his base will, which is all you need. And he does it in a way where it's legal, so that once it's done, it sticks. And so that's why it takes time sometimes. But these arrests are happening, and they're just going to keep building. Guys, the case has been made. The first 15 months of Trump this time, first 15 months, he did everything he could immediately. And he's been focused a lot after getting the one big beautiful bill through, which he had to do to get his all his financial goals set for his entire term. And also when he had the most political capital, he had to force it through the Senate when they were the most afraid of him. He got it done. And then he turned to foreign policy because the president has almost unilateral power over foreign policy. Got to get this done. Got to break City of London. Got to break China, what China's doing. We got to put our enemies into submission so that we're not being stolen from and taken advantage of, and their tentacles are broken off of us. And then I can clean house. Meanwhile, while I'm doing all this that's within my power to do, I'm going to be having the Justice Department rebuilt, and we're going to stop murders and stuff, crime in the streets as best as we can. But the big white collar crimes, the behind the scenes crimes, the corruption crimes, the sedition, the treason, we're going to build those cases. And we're going to start showing everybody little by little. We're going to seed it out there, and we're going to build this case to the base. All I need is the base. He says, as MAGA's with me, we can't lose, because they are powerful enough and big enough to make sure things don't collapse. Republicans are terrified of MAGA because we own the whole party. So they can't turn against me. And that's all he needs. This is why Trump doesn't care about Democrats. It's why he doesn't care about reaching across the aisle. He knows the only way to get stuff done is to be very unpopular at times, except with his base. As long as he's with the base, he's politically invincible. He knows this, and it's brilliant. And so you keep going and you keep showing people, because you can't just tell people, they won't believe you. It's trust me, bro. We're very skeptical people now. The government's been so terrible to us for so long. You got to show us. Some of us trust Trump enough where we'll trust his word. Most people aren't there. So you show them. And at least if you show them, even if they are skeptical, even if they're scared of you, they still can't fight it completely when you do it. They know. That's what Trump's doing. And that's why the Republican or the Democrats are freaking out right now so bad, because they know. They know what's coming. And that's why I also think we're shifting gears with the Pam Bondi stuff. So the arrests are coming, guys, and get excited. Now, this is all ramping up. Again, timing is everything. That's right. In comedy, timing's everything. Well, it's also everything in politics. It's everything in war. And we are at a war. We've been at a war for a long time. Not with Iran, not with Venezuela. We've been at war a long time with City of London and the cabal. And we're breaking them right now in Iran. And Trump's ramping that up right now on this final push to break them completely. Trump today, the biggest bridge in Iran comes tumbling down, never to be used again. Much more to follow. It's time for Iran to make a deal before it's too late, and there's nothing left of what could still be a great country. Look at this. Just incredible stuff. Boom. Know how hard it is to rebuild something like that when your economy is about to crash? When your infrastructure is just decimated, you have nothing left for your government, your military? That's going to be a tough one. Trump, but it's also not like catastrophic for the civilians. It's just inconvenient. This is the kind of thing that Trump's going to do. He's going to just keep poking at them, and it'll ramp up. But Trump is giving them a timeline. In this timeline, it's total surrender. If they don't do the total surrender, I do believe Trump's going to declare victory and move out. And what it's going to be is much more uncomfortable for other countries, the Middle Eastern countries, the EU, the NATO, the UK, City of London. Because if they don't get total surrender, the Strait of Hormuz is still going to be up for negotiation, let's say, in your guys' hands. Trump ultimately wants this to be fully finished, but he also knows he's got bigger fish to fry. He's already accomplished what he needs to there, which is break. Guys, well, we're going to go repower up, and we're watching you. If you do it again, we'll be back, and you'll be weaker next time, and we'll just do it all over again, and it'll be worse for you. So we've already won. We've already won in what matters most. This is bonus time. This is get everything out of it so that they're just completely gone. Maybe set free the Iranian people as well. And the Gulf states want us there. But this is finishing up. And as it's finishing up, the domestic's going to ramp up again. So it's all timing, just like we were talked about.